Welcome to another weekly bite of MMORPG news, a video series where I go over all the latest news, drama, new releases, information that mattered to me over the course of the last week. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification, make sure you change it to all so you stay up to date with any and every piece of MMO related news that I post over the course of the week. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out. Let's go ahead and jump into the video because we have a lot to talk about. Let's start this off with, let's start this off with the 7 Deadly Sins origin. Why? Because it's here. I wasn't gonna actually cover this, but the 7 Deadly Sins origin is an open world anime gacha RPG. It's a game that I've covered several times on this Byte channel, and I'm very excited for because it's like, people are saying it's like Genshin Impact, but in the 7 Deadly Sins world. And I know it's not an MMO, and this is the only game in this list that isn't an MMO, but it's still worth, well, actually, no, there are 2 games that I want to talk about today, but this game in specific is here because I know it's going to appeal to a lot of you. Now, beyond the 7 Deadly Sins origin, there's Demis Reborn and RF Project. RF Project is actually a game I just did a video on. All 3 of these games are going to be on showcase at G-Star 2023, more specifically at Netmarble's booth on November 16th through November 19th. They're going to be showing full in-game gameplay and are going to allow players to get a hands-on preview with the 7 Deadly Sins origin, with Demis Reborn, and with the MMO RF Project. I'm very excited to see what gets posted, what gets revealed, because all we've seen thus far of all 3 of these games is gameplay that has been put together by Netmarble themselves, and trailer footage can be very misleading. Next, we have Pax Dei. This is an upcoming MMO, a Western MMO, that a lot of people are actually anticipating because it's a very promising looking game, and up until this point, we haven't really seen much information on it. But as of the last 24 hours, they revealed their character creator and showcased the customization present in it. A lot of the options are very interesting looking. I don't think they look bad. I just think they look very realistic, which is a good thing, if I'm being honest with you. Tarisland, the WoW killer. Upcoming PvE adjustments and new content. Balance adjustments and new difficulty levels for PvE content. So in this blog post, which you can go ahead and you can read through yourself because it's a lot to go over, they wanted to stress that they understand the game is very easy and they want the game to be more difficult. That's what they're doing. They're very finely adjusting the PvE elements of the game to make it more challenging for players, because after playing through, I think 1 or 2 beta tests thus far, players found this to be a very underwhelming experience, which doesn't bode well for the game. Now, they also went on to state that they are going to be holding another beta test in the very near future. In the next few weeks, we'll share with you more content in the upcoming version, including new raids, new playable classes, and more gameplay. Let's look forward to the closed beta tests coming in November. So there's literally a new beta test potentially for us to get to play in the next few weeks. That's very exciting news. Star Wars: The Old Republic released or is releasing update 7.4, Chains in the Dark. They have a YouTube video of their live stream event. They have a lot of information over on their website. But if you're playing the game or you're waiting for the update to come out, I mean, this is this right here. This is what you're looking for. Now, before we go any further into this video, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this on MMOs every single week. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Next, Diablo 4 launched onto Steam 3 days ago, and admittedly only has 1,600 reviews. That is not nearly as many reviews as I thought it was gonna have, and it is so fucking expensive. Holy crap. Now, this has not been well received. This has not been well received off of Steam, nor has it been well received on Steam. But I mean, there are numerous reasons for that. A lot of it is warranted, sure. I have actually never played Diablo 4, but I hope that they managed to turn this around somehow. Throne and Liberty released a producer's letter. Wait, is this a yeah, producer's letter on the 17th, 3 days ago, where he wanted to point out that this coming November 2nd, and when I say he wanted to point out, I'm talking about Anjong Ok, okay? the producer for Throne and Liberty. He wanted to make sure we knew that come November 2nd at 11 o'clock, they're gonna show us everything in a showcase. The filming for whatever they're planning to showcase on the 2nd of November was completed last week, and after finishing editing, it'll be released for the first time on Throne and Liberty's official YouTube channel. This is, I think, a culmination of everything they've accomplished over the course of the beta tests. Now, we don't know for certain, but it has been speculated that we will be getting another beta test come sometime November for global, with a Korean release date slated for before 2023 ends. That is speculation and rumor right now. I cannot say with certainty that there is any legitimacy to that claim. Now, this is the other game that's not an MMO, but I really wanted to cover. Duet Night Abyss. Now, I actually did a dedicated video on this on my STIX channel. 20,000 views so far, just 24 hours ago, titled unironically the most impressive new gacha I've seen in 2023 so far, because this game actually looks unbelievable. I'm not even kidding. The characters in this look phenomenal. Their website has a lot of lore, a lot of characters. There's a full gameplay trailer release. This essentially looks like an anime waifu warframe, and I could not be more excited. I'm not kidding. Palia lands on the Epic Games Store next week alongside new European servers. Announced this morning that it's rolling out the Epic Games Store next week on October 24th. That's exciting. Going to expand the player base and the community. Although admittedly, I'm curious, do you or anyone you know play games via the Epic Games Store? Serious question. Or do you prefer something like Steam? Because I really don't know how many more people this is really necessarily going to appeal to. Next, Tower of Fantasy, a Sword of Dance and Ice. Version 3.3 is launching on October 24th, which is just 4 days from now. It's October 20th as of recording this. There's a trailer over on Twitter if you want to see this. They actually released it. Okay, admittedly, okay, like I get it. That's a bad place to leave it. Okay, here they're introducing one of the best looking characters in the game. Well, two actually. They're releasing the flute waifu. I never remember her name, and they're also releasing her. The two characters, not like back to back, but Leng Han is being released. And like, if you don't play the game, like I get it, but she is arguably the best looking waifu in the entire game. If you're playing, you're gonna want to go ahead and jump back into it for this update purely to try and obtain her. There's also a Halloween event going on, a Sweet Night of Horror, for those of you that are interested, those of you that are playing. Finally, there's news on Blue Protocol. Chapter 4 is coming, but not just that. There is information on upcoming mounts and outfits on October 25th. The mech dogs look pretty cool. We have, oh, we're finally starting to get the sexier outfits. All right. Now, how many of these are going to be wearing full pants and a jacket in a global version? Dude, these actually look sick though. Wow. All right, cool. No confirmation though of a global release or even a global beta yet. And we're about to hit November, man. What's going on, Amazon? Now that is everything. That is all of the MMO related news that mattered to me over the course of the last week. If you're not interested in anything that I talked about today though, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you.